welcome back to the vlog. This is going to be a "You're fired for not doing your job" vlog. Now, if you've heard the news, the Secret Service agents, 6 of them, can't do anything with my hands here, I'm driving. 6 of the Secret Agent Service people. It's a long day. It's been a very long day. Those agents got suspended who were supposed to protect Donald Trump last year in that ill-fated assassination attempt. The anniversary is coming up, July 13th, a couple days, and they got suspended, all 6 of them, today. And it's been coming around for the last couple of months. They finally got suspended. Of course, the head of the director resigned a couple of days after that attempt, and she had to, right? But we lost a firefighter. His name was Corey that day. Nobody really talks about it, but I will. We gotta remember Corey. He lost a life. He was basically just in the crowd supporting Donald Trump, and rest in peace, and thoughts and prayers to his family. Nobody talks about it, but I will talk about it, and rest in peace to his family and Corey, who lost him. But those agents, they got suspended, and the reasons were behind a lot of people thought the agency were starting to cater to people who weren't qualified and starting to do the agenda for just, saying they weren't qualified. It was just all like they were following numbers, making sure everybody was representative. But we need people who are qualified and doing their job. You gotta do your job or you're out of there. Like Donald Trump would say, you're fired. You're fired. And today, of all days, I got to see that up close when one of my coworkers got fired in front of me. Not in front of me, but I felt it, right? You've been in jobs, you could feel like your coworker is about to get fired. Managers were surrounding him, and there's something off. You could feel it, right? He was a younger dude, so I feel like if you're an older person getting fired, from a job, maybe like it's like a job, like it's kind of like take it or leave it type of job. Especially when you're older, it doesn't really hit you that hard. But when you're younger, maybe it's your first job, and it's like, whoa, kind of a bummer, right? And I kind of felt it from this young gentleman. Like, I think he can sense it as well. Like something's going wrong. If a bunch of managers are circling around you and asking you to like go back to the office. Anytime you have to go back to the office, it's usually a bad thing. Unless it's like, we got to talk about like your scheduling or something. But when it's a bunch of managers just circling around you, it's usually it's you're about to get the axe. Anyways, this kid could feel he's about to get fired, and I could see it in his eyes. But I was like, maybe he just wants to like maybe a verbal warning. But no, I never saw that kid anymore, and the rumors came down. And also at work, it's amazing how everything stops and the rumor mill just goes. It just sets ablaze around that. Maybe like if you're like in an office setting, maybe like your coworkers. It spreads, right? We got the message that so and so got fired, and it just spreads everywhere, right? And it's weird when someone gets fired during your shift. It has a weird vibe. Like everyone heard the news, and now like we're on high alert. Like, okay, let's not mess up. Also, it has a weird bad vibe, like ugh, like someone died, right? Also, we heard like 2 people got fired or let go or something. It's just a bad vibe all around. But the Secret Service agents had to be suspended because they weren't doing the job, especially protecting Donald Trump, the soon-to-be president, right? They had to get suspended. They had to get let go. And then, this is what happens to this kid who got let go today right in front of all of us because he wasn't doing his job. That's what happens, right? If you don't do your job like Donald Trump in The Apprentice, you're going to get fired. You're going to get fired. You're fired. You're fired. But, you live and you learn. And hopefully in your next job or your next career, you do a better job. But give me your thoughts of these Secret Service agents getting suspended. Maybe they'll go back in the line of duty. Maybe they'll do a better job. Live and learn, But do you have any fired stories? Have you ever got fired from a job? Like, how many jobs have you been fired from, right? And give me some comments below if you have any interesting fired stories. Anyway, this is your boy Ron. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. I'll check you guys out later. Peace.